Good morning and let us start. এটার কোয়েশ্চেন আনসার্স গুলো একটু ডিসকাস করি আগে। ইউনিট 2 তো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Okay. The cat rubs himself against the legs of the family members and noisily
purrs.
purrs. এই ধরনের সাউন্ডকে বলে, আমার এই ইয়েটাতে না সিস্টেমটা এত খারাপ হয়ে আছে না, আমার একটু অসুবিধা হচ্ছে কাজ করতে। এই ধরনের ইয়েকে বলে, শব্দকে বলে onomatopoeia. You can write it down. Onomatopoeia. And what does the word onomatopoeia means? Onomatopoeia is that type of sound, but that type of word which is used in writing, that type of word where the sound is located in the word. You can feel the sound of the word. You can feel the sound of the word. That is onomatopoeic sound. That is an onomatopoeic word. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeic হয়ে গেছে adjective. মানে যেমন যদি বলি, if we take the words a ringing bell. Now the word ringing, R-I-N-G-I-N-G, ringing, এই রিঙ্গিং কথাটার মধ্যেই কিন্তু ক্রিং ক্রিং টিং টিং আওয়াজটা রয়েছে। দ্য রিঙ্গিং বেল, দ্য হংকিং হর্ন, HONKING, হংকিং হর্নের মধ্যে ক ক ক এই আওয়াজটা রয়েছে। সো সিমিলারলি ফার্মের মধ্যে কিন্তু এই আওয়াজটা রয়েছে কিন্তু পারিং। So these type of words are called onomatopoeic words. They are called onomatopoeic words. With tears of rage and pain in his eyes, the guest affects to be very much
amused.
Yes, the guest appears to be amused. But is the guest really amused with the behavior of the cat? Is the guest really amused with the behavior of the cat? গেস্ট কি সত্যি বেড়ালের ব্যবহারে খুব আনন্দিত হয়?
না স্যার।
No, he is very angry instead. He is very angry, he is very irritated. He is very irritated and angry with the behavior of the cat. The guest hands down the cat a bit of fish. It's not fish, it's fish. It's not fish, it's fish. Okay. Now let us come. Fill in the chart with the information from the text. The guest calls the cat
poor pussy.
Poor pussy. The guest calls the cat poor pussy. Part of the body that the cat rakes.
Leg.
He rakes the leg. He scratches the leg. The thing from which the cat stays at a safe distance.
The guest boot.
The guest's boot, by the boot of the guest. That would be a better expression. The boot of the guest would be a better expression. The boot of the guest. So the cat stays away from the boot of the guest. Okay. When does the cat make an appearance to get his share of food?
When the sits down to tea, the cat down so.
Huh? Shoulder
The
question,
family
ball?
When he sits down to tea, the cat makes an appearance to get his share of food.
Sir, when the family sits down to the tea, the cat down so.
When the family sits down for tea in the evening, when the family sits down for tea in the evening, then the cat makes an appearance to get his share of food. আমার মুশকিল হচ্ছে কি আমি স্ক্রিন শেয়ার করতে পারছি না, আমার ওয়ার্ডসটাতে এত গোলমাল হয়ে আছে, খুব অসুবিধা হচ্ছে আমার। When the family makes an appearance to get his share of food, when the family sits down to tea, then the cat makes an appearance to get his share of food. এখানে মনে রাখতে হবে কোয়েশ্চেনে এটা ক্যাট মেক হচ্ছে কারণ প্রেজেন্ট টেন্সটা ডাজ ভার্বটা ক্যারি করছে, ডাজ ভার্বটা ক্যারি করছে কি বলে the auxiliary verb, primary auxiliary does, do does carry করছে, কিন্তু যে যখনই when you are writing the answer you don't have that primary auxiliary. আমি আগেই বোধহয় বলেছিলাম যে primary it remains underneath the sentence. So the cat does make হবে না, the cat makes an appearance. So when the family sits down to tea, the cat makes an appearance to get his share of food. Who is the cat particularly civil to?
The cat is particularly
civil to guest at the table.
The cat is particularly civil to the guest at the table because he is supposed to get the best share of the food. The cat is particularly civil to the guest at the table because he is supposed to get the best share of the food. How does the cat receive the bit of fish?
The cat receives the bit of fish gingerly and goes to a safe
সেটা ঠিক আছে, but the cat receives the bit of fish or the bit of food gingerly. The cat receives the bit of fish gingerly, that is with care, without drawing much attention, because he knows that the guest is not happy. He has scratched the guest, so the guest can never be happy. The guest is irritated with him and he doesn't want to do anything that would add to the guest's irritation. He doesn't want to do anything that would add to the guest's irritation or that would tempt the guest to give him a kick. That would tempt the guest to give him a kick. তাকে একটা লাথি মারুক এরম কিছু কিন্তু সে কিছুতেই চাইবে না। Now, we are coming to unit 3. When the family has finished tea and gathers round the fire, the cat usually goes out of the room. When the family has finished tea and gathers round the fire, the cat usually goes out of the room. So, After tea, the cat has no business in the room. He knows that there will be no more food. So since there would be no more food, there is no business for the cat. So he prepares to leave the room. He just strolls out of the room. True life now begins for him. True life now begins for him. He saunters down his own backyard, springs to the top of the fence, drops lightly down to the other side. He saunters down in a very relaxed, slow, maybe a little bit affected movement. Couldn't be affected. Just say slow and relaxed movement. In a slow and relaxed gait or step. Gait ekhane gait bananta hochhe GAIT. Mane style of walking is gait. GAIT. Style of walking, gait. So, in a very slow, steady gait, the cat walks out, saunters down his own backyard, springs to the top of the fence, drops lightly down to the other side. So these cats, they are very good jumpers, they can jump very well because they are very athletic creatures. About that we know. Everybody has seen cats, and we know it from the first unit also, that the cats are very, very athletic creatures. Cats are very, very athletic creatures. So, very lightly they jump to the top of the fence and drops down to the other side. Just drops down to the other side. He trots across and skips to the roof of an empty shed. He's just very casually, in very casual steps, trots, not running, or walking, step by step walking, trots.
Sir?
Huh?
স্যার বলছি যে ইউনিসিএ যে স্যার আছে না স্যার ওই যে দ্য ক্যাট জিঞ্জারলি রিসিভস ইট, তো ওই জিঞ্জারলি মানে কি?
বললাম তো জিঞ্জারলি মানে কেয়ারফুলি, নট মেকিং এনি সাউন্ড। দ্য জিঞ্জারলি শব্দটা রয়েছে তোদের ওয়ার্ড মিনিংয়ে, ওই লেসনের শেষে যে ওয়ার্ড মিনিং দেওয়া আছে তার মধ্যে জিঞ্জারলি রয়েছে, কেয়ারফুলি, নট মেকিং মাচ সাউন্ড। হ্যাঁ, so he just springs to the top of the nest, fence. Springs to the top of the fence and jumps to the other side. He trots across and skips to the roof of an empty shed. Now, he trots across, goes not very fast. Trotting is very, what should you say, more of a walking step. And then jumps and skips to the roof of an empty shed. Behind the house, there can be some sort of an outhouse or some sort of a, say, workhouse or something like that. So, tarak kore okhane uthe jay. He just jumps up on that. His movement has become lithe, very, very agile, athletic. Here, your book meaning is saying graceful. Lithe means more of agile, athletic. Appears to be, yes, something to watch. Jeta dekhte bhalo lagbe. In that sense, it's graceful. So it becomes lithe and panther-like. মানে দেখলে দেখ, একটা জিনিস দেখবি, যদি অন্ধকারে কোনো বেড়াল দৌড়, মানে একটু স্লো মুভিং, মানে স্লো রানিং পজিশনে যদি থাকে এবং ওর ওপর যদি টর্চের আলো পড়ে না, ইট রিজেম্বলস, হি ভেরি মাচ রিজেম্বলস আ প্যান্থার অর দ্যাট টাইপ অফ অ্যান অ্যানিমাল। হট করে দেখলে মনে হবে যেন ছোট বাঘ দৌড়চ্ছে, because they belong to the same family. So their movement, leg strides All these things are quite similar. Movement, leg strides, and all these things quite similar. So his movement becomes lithe and panther-like. He looks cleanly from side to side and moves noiselessly, for he has so many enemies. He looks keenly from side. See, all animals out in the animal world, we must remember, or rather most animals, if you leave around the domesticated animals, most animals in the animal world outside, they are struggling. They are struggling in a struggle for existence. In a struggle for existence. তারা কিন্তু একটা বাঁচার লড়াইয়ে সবসময় যুক্ত. They never feel safe because out in nature they are not safe. They are not safe. They have a lot of enemies, and here the cat, a domestic cat, not only has enemies from other animals or other cats or other dogs, but even young boys tend to throw stones at the cat. Young boys tend to throw, মানে অনেক সময় আমরা প্রায় এটা দেখতে পাই কিন্তু যে একটা বেড়ালের ঢিল মেরে চোখ অন্ধ করে দিয়েছে, একটা চোখকে অন্ধ করে দিয়েছে. So this thing is there. So he looks cleanly, but normally it's very difficult to get a cat because a cat is very, very fast in its movement, very, very anticipating, ভীষণভাবে anticipate করতে পারে যে আমার কোন বিপদ আসতে পারে, and of course very, very fast in his movement. So he looks from side to side, for he has so many enemies, dogs and small boys with stones. So he has dogs and small boys with stones. There are so many enemies. So he has to remain careful. Acha, আমার মনে হয় let us do up to this much. Next day we will finish it. And then go to the question answer discussion and other things. So let me finish it. Let me finish it the next day. ঠিক আছে? Okay? Stay safe, stay well. So we will meet again on Wednesday. আচ্ছা, তোদের অ্যাক্টিভিটি জমা দিতে যাওয়া কবে? বৃহস্পতিবার? অ্যাক্টিভিটি জমা দিতে যাওয়া
15 তারিখ।
হ্যাঁ, বৃহস্পতিবার। ওকে ওকে, বাই।
হ্যাঁ স্যার 15 তারিখ।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ওকে।